Deep in the heart of downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana, stands the Bell Mansion, a true relic of a bygone era, steeped in mystery and the supernatural. Built in 1893 by Robert and Clara Bell, the mansion was a testament to their wealth and status. Robert, who was a predominant lawyer, two-time state senator, and also an advocate for natural gas. Robert is also the reason why Fort Wayne has natural gas to this day, and not only Fort Wayne, but Chicago as well. That's right, the Windy City. Clara was a well-known local artist and women's rights activist. She was also one of the founders of the Fort Wayne Museum of Arts. Unfortunately, in 1901, Robert passes away in his upstairs bedroom after a long battle with complications from pneumonia and meningitis. Clara ends up hanging around till about 1906 when she unfortunately falls ill and passes away at the Old Lutheran Hospital in Fort Wayne, Indiana. The mansion was then acquired by William K. Noble, a lumber magnate whose business spanned 3 states. After 22 years, the building was sold for $50,000 to the Clanes, and it became a funeral home for the next 91 years. During its early years as a funeral home, a rather famous body came through. The body of Homer Van Meter, John Dillinger's right-hand man. Homer Van Meter was a Fort Wayne native, born and raised, turned bank robber. During his run with the most successful bank robbers ever, remains some rather twisted history. This is where the history of Homer Van Meter and a certain individual named Tom Brown takes a wild twist. I'm going to go into detail on what I feel his real story is. Just like the disclaimer stated, this is not factual, it's not 100% proven, so don't take anything that I say as 100% facts. This is just based on theory and what I feel could have possibly potentially happened. Homer Van Meter was a Fort Wayne native, like I said, so born and raised here and turned into an infamous bank robber. He started out with minor things and then did one thing that landed him in prison, where he met up with the infamous John Dillinger, and the rest was history after that. So as you know, John Dillinger and the Dillinger gang were very successful at what they did. They had a very long run with the bank robberies and whatnot. I mean, it was to the point to where that they literally were notorious. If you look at a lot of the pictures of John Dillinger and some videos, like, people were gathered to see him when he was actually captured. Back to Homer. So Homer was his right-hand man, and this is where the story gets a little twisted. They met up with a gentleman who was proven to be a crooked cop in St. Paul, Minnesota. So the infamous Carpus Barker kidnappings done by the Carpus Barker gang, he got a 25% of that ransom money. I mean, that was a huge take. I mean, that was the most, I heard, well, what I've researched, was the most that anybody got in the whole cut of that crime. And he would use that as an exchange for safe haven in St. Paul, Minnesota. See what I'm talking about? So, it said that the Dillinger gang would often meet with Tom Brown at the Green Lantern, which was like an old, like, notorious place where gangs would hang out and do their dirty deeds and behind the scenes stuff. And long story short, Homer ends up donating $1,000 to Brown's failed sheriff campaign. And during that whole time, Tom Brown was actually under investigation for allegations of being an accomplice to the kidnappings and other, criminal activities. So he actually got demoted as well. So see where this is going. So this is where it gets a little crazy towards the end. So we're going to do a little fast forward. Almost a month to the day when Dillinger is gunned down up in Chicago. And fast forward to Homer's incident. So on August 23rd of 1934, Homer Van Meter was greeted by Tom Brown and his bandits, and it said on paper it was a sting operation. So Homer was actually purchasing a car. He had the rest of the money from the activities that the Dillinger gang had, and he was done with it. He was getting ready to flee town and just live under the radar at that point. And he's met by a sting operation. They confront him, and it said that he runs off into a nearby alleyway, firing a .380 caliber revolver back at the officers, and they opened up on him with shotguns and machine guns. 12 gauge, of course. Thompson, 45 caliber. It was not pretty. As you can see right here, that's Homer and the aftermath. He was done dirty, and that's not even all of it. There's so many more wounds. So at this point, he was gunned down, and they basically said what they said. If you do the research, you'll see everything that was said. Just like I said, he ran into the nearby alleyway. He shot first. The officers returned fire. And they just wanted to be done with it. Homer Van Meter met his demise. Pretty much the John Dillinger's gang was pretty much eliminated. A lot of the people that were involved in that gang were taken out. It's kind of a gruesome history. You didn't know who you could trust back then. Law enforcement, you couldn't trust them. On top of the gangs, you couldn't trust them. So it was a really, really weird, underground warfare almost. This part is factual. Tom Brown really did get involved with a lot of these gangs activities, and he got caught. So I'm not sure really what happened to him after that. He just kind of faded off. But as time went by, bystanders that actually witnessed this event saying that Homer did not shoot. Homer took off running because he was scared, and all of a sudden machine guns just open up on him. So it gets to the point to where there's so many red flags. This is almost kind of like an operation or a hit on Homer Van Meter. And I think with that being said, that's why he likes to hang out here. This is why he haunts. He wants his real story to be told. So I've been researching this for a while now. I'm actually a former staff member here at this amazing location, and I put a lot of time and effort into Homer's story. A lot of us on the team have seen firsthand when I started bringing up this stuff, how Homer would, who we think is Homer Van Meter, would interact. We've got him nailed down to interacting with the REM pods. He has his own set of colors, it's red and yellow. There you are, buddy. Can you light that up red and yellow for me? Thank you, buddy.
We're gonna do one right now.
Really does a lot of intelligent interactions with. We've visited his grave numerous times, and we've had him, name dropping myself and asking if I've missed him. Trying to establish communication. Say hello to our viewers. Say hello. Or just saying hey. So we really think we've developed a connection with who we believe is to be Homer Van Meter. And now we're about to investigate up here in the embalming room to see if we can contact him and potentially show the world that he's still here and he wants his story told. All right, so equipment wise, what do we want to bring?
I got 2 music boxes.
Cool.
Some cat balls.
Perfect.
We got this yes/no device that I've been working on.
Prototype. We got
Tripwire. You got the REM pods he likes?
Yep. REM pod.
Cool. That's all we need. I got my EDI. I've got voice recorder. So I think we're.
Do we have headphones for?
Yes. Definitely bring the headphones and stuff. We're gonna do some SDs while we're up there because they like to do SDs. So.
Sounds good. Got your flashlight.
All right. Let's go.
Unfortunately, my lighting wasn't that great, but we captured the following clips with the REM pod session. Everybody was accounted for, and we were all behind the camera, nowhere near the embalming table.
So Homer, was what I said about Brown true? If it was true, light it up.
You guys want the tripwire out or no?
That was crazy.
Tripwire or no?
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. Put it in the middle of the floor. This is wicked. Wow.
Wow.
That's all of them. Somebody is literally grabbing that right
You
now.
never see all 4.
No.
He
Damn,
likes the
bro.
black ones from.
Look at this.
I know.
This thing is going crazy, and they're new batteries, aren't they?
Yeah. And Homer's been stubborn with me all day. He likes to pick on me. Don't you, Homer?
Immediately.
That is hilarious.
Let the viewers know what we're doing here. We're live on.
You're excited, aren't you, man?
Oh, very
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. Well, we're glad. We're glad to be back and to be able to talk with you more. Yeah.
How excited are you?
Yeah, buddy. Can you verify something for me, though? Homer, listen. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. Back it off.
He's excited. Can you back off for just a quick moment?
I just got to ask a question so it makes sense, okay?
Please?
There you go. Was that you at the cemetery talking with us today when we stopped by and said hello? Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Thanks, buddy. That's all we wanted to know.
Can I ask you a question? Can you step back for just a moment?
Just go to red right now, just to signify you're listening. Just red, buddy. Oh, there you go. That's Brittany.
Are you the one that called me the S word today?
Yup. I knew it.
You're rotten, man. You're mean. Just kidding. Look green even.
Yeah.
For those that
You glad to have our goopy selves back?
we are investigating a former.
That's just crazy. Because we'll have those other places then.
Yeah, I've never seen it go that crazy
And
up here.
we are speaking with a spirit that
You need us to.
So those of you who are wondering about how we narrowed this down to Homer's colors. So over the last couple years while we've been up here and investigating with him, or who we think is Homer, we literally one day was like, okay, if this is Homer Van Meter, select your colors. Homer, show them the colors you selected. Red and yellow.
It's always been red and yellow.
Yep.
And then if he's really excited, he'll show blue or green.
Yep.
How excited are you? Blue is a little bit lit up. You probably don't have any something there. But touch some of these tripwire, things on the tripwire. That was me. Can you do that for us? That was Matt.
Oh shit.
That is moved.
It's trying to roll away.
Seriously?
Watch that window.
Was you up against it?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Was you up against it?
I'm hitting the lights.
Huh? You didn't
Cover your eyes.
fall?
Make sure it's not gonna fall.
It's not gonna fall, it's the wheels.
Oh. It's going that way.
The,
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Let's let it sit.
Like, it felt it.
You bumped into you?
It shifted on you?
Let's see.
No, that's weird. There.
It's still moving.
Still in it?
Yeah.
It's not anymore.
That was weird.